and welcome back. I'm so happy that you have joined me on this journey. I'm so happy that you have gone through all of these days. This one, legit, I was kind of weighing this out to be my last one, but the other one that was the last one really won out on that. I think it was more of a finale type of situation, but this one is near and dear to my heart. Mallory Pagnotta, she designed this, and it could not be closer to my heart. So I have always loved this song. When I got married in Vegas. But had I gotten married like in a hall or something, this would have been played like as my wedding song, and it doesn't make any sense because it's like a love kind of sad song. But anyways, it's just the beautifulness of the song itself, the tune, and all of that really just hits home. But Neon Moon, can you just die? Anyways, this whole design to me was like immediately when I saw it, the disco cowgirl and this one was like immediate. I had to have this in my rodeo themed tumbler, and it just came right at the perfect time because she had asked me to be an affiliate, and I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely. This means the world to me. And when I went onto her website, I had got some stuff from her MBM Elite that I've been a part of from the very beginning. She gives us free stuff. But when I went onto her website, I was really blown away. I did not know she had been working on such amazing things. And this one right here, this metallic paper that I used, that is holographic printable paper. It's awesome. It was sent to me by a wonderful company. I'll have everything linked down below, but it really adds like that neon moon aspect to it. I mean, could you just die? Anyways, the cactus, this is bringing me back to my West Texas days, born and raised. Anyways, I love it. I don't know if I would give this one up. I'm not sure. I mean, if somebody wanted it, I probably would, but I would be sad. This glitter, by the way, I'm not supposed to be showing you this glitter. It was part of a box recently, but anyways, it's so much fun, and it went perfect with this. Anyways, this one I'm very excited about. Let's get started.
Hello, welcome back. So we're going to start off with this little 12-ounce skinny can tumbler that I got from Craft Haven. These are really some of my favorite ones to work on. I love this little shape and the size, and just you can really make it unique. But what I did was I kind of taped off the bottom because I kind of wanted this design to have I didn't want it to go all the way down. Sometimes the designs kind of allow for that, and sometimes I think, no, I can just kind of cut this off right here. So I took some Crystalac glitter glue and I mixed in some black paint, and I just painted that on the tumbler where exactly where I had taped everything, where I had not taped everything off, because I taped off that top part too, so we don't get anything there, so we can screw on that top part in the end. So I just made sure that that was good and saturated, and I am taking this glitter here that is from Peachy Olive Glitters, and it might be a new glitter that came in a box very recently, but it really when I opened up and I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is absolutely the color or the style, the look, everything that I was looking for the decal that I had already picked out. So after I got all of that painted and glittered and everything, I just removed that tape because I don't want anything drying around that tape and then having a mess to clean up later on. I did have a little bit of issues at the top part, but no big deal. I just kind of rolled it around a little bit just to push down all of that glitter because this is quite a chunky mix. So that's why I rolled it around in that parchment paper. And once that was dry, all of the paint and the glitter glue, I went in with another layer of the glitter glue to make sure that we were sealing in this glitter. Because it is so chunky, we want to make sure that we have that seal on there, because that's going to allow us to have way less sanding in the future, because just that separation of the actual glitter itself to when you put epoxy on really helps a lot in the long run of like it just, the epoxy just has a tendency to kind of wick away from those chunky bits. And so this is just a really helpful step in the process of making your tumblers. Once that was all dry, I usually let that dry really good, because I've had a couple of incidents where I didn't let it dry really good and it becomes kind of foggy. And so I just, with that Crystal glitter glue, I just really give it a really good amount of time to dry. Now, what I was doing here was I could have taped off, which would have made it a lot easier, I'm sure. But I have a tendency to forget to take the tape off. And I just thought, you know what, I can just wipe this off. So I just went in with a coat of epoxy here, and I am just carefully, slowly kind of putting it over the edge there and then putting it down at the bottom. And then what I do here is just take a little baby wipe and just kind of run my finger along that bottom and kind of wipe it off. And then it gives me that barrier to where the epoxy is just going to kind of go over into that stainless steel. And I ran it along the edge as well to make sure that we didn't have any epoxy going around those threads, so that we could screw the little top on at the end. Mallory's design was really cool, and it had these kind of outlines of cactuses. And so I thought, or cacti, I guess I should say, sorry. And anyway, so I thought, I was like, I'm going to go and find some. And I knew on Creative Fabrica, I would find them very easily. And it was very quick that I found this particular pattern. And what I did was I just kind of brought them in to Cricut Design Space, and I just kind of separated them all out and then just put them all together in like a square the size of the circumference of this tumbler, right? So all the way around, I measured it. It was about 9 inches. So I just put them in order for them to be 9 inches long, and they were kind of on top of each other. And then I welded them together so that we could have a really nice completed look that, looked deliberate in the end. This is a straight tumbler, so it was a little bit easier to put this on here, but I did have a few issues of kind of lifting and whatnot, but that's just, nature and using vinyl and everything. So I ended up using transfer tape to put it on, and that made it very easy. And then I was able to kind of, as I was peeling it off, kind of rub down and see where exactly I needed to, solidify where that vinyl needed to stay down. So then I was able to, I did it this way because I didn't want to weed it out beforehand, because I was pretty sure that this would be the easiest way to make sure that I got all of these little tiny details would stay on the tumbler. Now, these little cactuses had a lot of little spikes or little needles and things that were inside of them, and I was able to kind of make sure that they stayed on the tumbler, and I could peel off as I go and make sure the design was really staying on there. Now, I did have a few times where the little pieces were kind of stuck on the outside, but that's because Cricut, it does what it wants to do. So I would just sit there and peel off the big piece, and then just kind of strategically peel up those little pieces and put them back into the inside of the cactus to kind of give that look. This took me quite some time to do. It was totally worth it, but it did take me a little bit more time than I had initially imagined it would. But I love all the little intricate details of these cactus and the way that they're laying on top of each other, and just the image that it provided with that decal that Mallory made for us. So it was a little bit of hard work, but I made it happen. So, and it's just like hard work. It's worth it in the end. You can't get better than that. And then once I was done, I kind of cleaned up a little bit on the edges there, just to kind of give it a complete look before we went in and sealed it and did our epoxy layers. So I did seal this with a coat of Mod Podge, and then I went in with our coats of epoxy. I did have to put 2 coats of epoxy before I went in with the decal. The vinyl was just was really kind of thick, and I really wanted that decal to kind of sit on top of those pieces of cactus. And so I just made sure that we were really nice and smooth before I went on to that next step. So using that same green holographic vinyl that we used for the cactus, I used the same circle. I just cut out a big circle, and then I used this holographic printable vinyl. It has these little holographic like pieces in it, and you can print on top of this, and it is perfect, absolutely perfect for this design. I have used it only one other time, and when I saw this, I knew exactly that is going to add such a overall look to this tumbler that is just, this little tiny tumbler that we were doing. So I just went over and just kind of evened out all of that Mod Podge just to make sure that we had a good seal on that printable and that other vinyl that was underneath, and then went in with a couple more coats of epoxy for our final coats. I did some sanding around the edges, around the bottom a little bit. I was very, very careful to keep that stainless steel on the bottom nice and smooth and pretty, so we didn't have any scratch marks there. But I had to be very strategic in the sanding of this. But after that, we were all done. I absolutely love this. This design was just really spoke to me, as I said in the beginning. This glitter, I could not have asked for a better mix to just fall literally into my lap, and it just really tied everything together. It just has a darkness, like if it's nighttime, but then it has all those fun colors that are popping through. So anyways, the cactus are just so cute. Everything is just perfectly blended here, if I do say so myself. Anyways, I'm really hoping that you guys have loved this 7-day event that I have put together. We're almost to the end, and it makes me so sad, but I have had so much fun and learned a lot for myself, and feel like I was able to bring you guys a lot of different things, different techniques and different styles, and different products and new things. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Neon Moon, if it is one of your favorite country songs. If it's not, well, then we need to talk. But anyways, please like and subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you next time.